Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be giving you 20 tips and tricks for Scum. Before we hop straight into it, experienced players may know some of these tips, but probably not all, and all of these tips came straight from myself. I did not use any outside sources. This video should help anyone improve in the PvP aspect of Scum. Tip number 1. Put your rifles to advanced when you're making your character. You really only need the rifle skill anyway, everything else isn't necessary, and you want to be getting above the rifle skill as quickly as possible. The above rifle skill comes right after advanced. It is very difficult to get, but it greatly helps with recoil control, reload speed, and loading bullets into magazines. The easiest way to level up rifle skill includes killing zombies with rifles, clicking the like button on the video if you enjoy, and playing deathmatch events in tab. More about the events tab later, but here's a comparison of the no rifle skill and the above advanced rifle skill. Third-person peeking is not possible if your character is facing a non-transparent object, but you can third-person peek bushes, for example, and put yourself in some really good situations.
Normally, you can't free look, and have your gun immediately ready. So, to be able to free look while your gun is ready, you need to go into third person, hold Alt, and then you can free look. But then, once you go back, while still holding Alt, once you go back into first person, you can still look around and be running. And you see an engagement, bam, your gun's up and ready already.
You really need to level up your strength score. Getting a higher gear carry weight will make you more mobile during engagements, and the easiest way to level up your strength is to find a corner outside in the grass and auto-crawl into it. It's kinda hard to find the right angle, but when you do, you will not just be leveling up your strength. You'll be leveling up your constitution's running speed and endurance. You'll also be leveling things like camo and stealth. I will briefly talk about why those are important later. If you can, wear a bulletproof vest and helmet at all times. Downside is they weigh you down quite a lot, so remember to be doing the previous tips so you do not have to be constantly taking naps during your engagement. Bulletproof vests completely stop damage from small calibers and greatly reduce the damage taken from larger ones. Always keep extra cloth and scissors on you at all times. Scissors give you more rags from the clothing that you're cutting up, and always keep in mind that if you do not subscribe, others moving vehicle. Thanks. Avoid using smaller calibers if at all possible due to people using bulletproof vests, but if you have to use them, aim for the beans or the legs, like whatever you're into. So try not to use 9mm and 45 ACP, but sometimes early wipe, it's kind of hard not to use weapons like that. Just aim for the legs if you have to. Avoid using the crafted ammo. It does less damage and has a harder time penetrating ammo. If you have to craft ammo, remember to do it at drill presses in cities, so you get 100% durability bullets. Better bullets, less damage to your weapon, and the higher durability your weapon has makes it jam less. Just because you are in a bush does not mean you're safe game. Bushes stop rendering past certain distances, so be careful where you're hiding. Be careful using cover around enemy bases. For example, trees and bushes. You could be hiding behind them, and on their end they chopped it down 6 hours ago, and your dumbass is just standing out in the middle of the open. The camo skill is basically broken. As long as you're crouched or laying down, you are invisible to people, as long as they're not in your squad, past certain distances. It doesn't matter if you lean or eat or reload. You stay invisible as long as you're standing perfectly still. People's awareness level depends on how far away your camo will activate, and so does your camo skill. Depending on how high your level of camo is, depends on when your player model will be invisible at certain distances. Similarly to the camo skill, stealth skill, the higher it is, the harder time people have hearing you. But if they have higher awareness, then you're louder for them depending on what your stealth level is and depending on the enemy's awareness. It is a misconception that you cannot jump over mines. You can jump over mines with great efficiency, no matter how angry it makes the Scum Redditors. Your player model has to touch the mine for the mine to go off. Obviously, claymores are an exception. Practice in death matches in the events tab, not just to level up your skill, but to make yourself a better PvPer in general. I see and love all you snipers out there, and you want to get a higher sniper skill for several reasons. Easiest way I found to level it up is to just put a scope on your gun and shoot zombies. What I specifically like to do is use a 22 with the hunter scope and suppressor. That'll get you from basic to medium sniping skill around 100 zombie kills. Being mobile during engagements is everything, just like how being mobile while I was doing everything. You need to get your character fit. So to do this, make sure your food bar at the bottom side of your screen doesn't get past 99. Doing that will make you gain fat. Don't let it go under 1% though. Doing that will make you lose muscle. Don't let your protein go to 0 grams. Same thing, you'll be losing muscle mass. If you follow these instructions, you'll be gaining muscle and losing fat. Here's a character that I've been doing this on for a few hundred hours now. He's the Ultra Chad. In fact, I'd hit that. Make yourself a harder target at all times, especially near enemy bases. Remember to jump around while around the enemy bases. You never know when you might have jumped over a mine, and bee-hopping is a really good way to make yourself a harder target. Just don't have gear fear. If you get good stuff, just use it. Do your best not to be a hoarder, and at the end of the day, you're playing a video game. If you have the extra money, I really suggest buying a Scum alt. What you can do is wait for it to go on sale and then make the alt have advanced engineering so you don't have to worry about that on your main character. If you don't have any extra money, the easiest way I've found to level up engineering is to run around with a chainsaw and a bunch of bottles filled with gasoline and cut down trees, fill the chest blueprints with the planks, and it'll level up your engineering. You'll also get a fame points. Doing this, you can go from no skill to basic skill in around 30 minutes.
And for the last tip, I'm going to show you how I make my characters. Feel free to leave the Strength, Constitution, Dexterity, and Intelligence score at 3.0. Obviously, you don't have to follow how I did this exactly, but keep Intelligence at a minimum of 3.0. Dexterity is really easy to level up, as along with Constitution. Strength is a little bit difficult. Intelligence is impossible to level up. You need to keep it at 3.0 so you can get your Intelligence scores to advance sometime. Like I said previously, the only skill you really need is Advanced, and you want to get that to above Advanced as quickly as possible. For Constitution skills, I like putting my running skill just a little higher than my endurance skill, because the running skill takes longer to level up. For my dexterity skill, I like to put driving at medium and get it advanced as soon as I can. I also like to put my thievery at medium, because I'm a lockpicker, but you can go ahead and put it in motorcycling if you're not. Or even stealth, but remember stealth is really easy to level up if you just AFK crawl for about 5 hours, 3 or 4 times. For my intelligence scores, I like to keep my awareness at least medium. The camouflage score and stealth score can be pretty overpowered, and you want to be able to hear and see things that enemies that are around you. I like to keep my medical score to at least basic. The engineering skill is really easy to level up. Just run around the forest getting planks into chest blueprints for about 30 minutes. You'll go from no skill to basic. Remember that the camouflage skill is also really easy to level up when you're AFK crawling into corners outside in the grass. Thank you so much for watching. Making this video took around 15 hours, so if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and leave a like.